Hi. Welcome back to our channel UPSC Prep Help. This is all about competitive examinations. We are in the series of Tamil Nadu class 11th and 12th history textbook, which we are going to use to cover our ancient and medieval history. And we have started it, and we have already talked about prehistoric period, Harappan civilization, and we are now dealing with the silent features of Harappan civilization, in which we have already understood how was the towns planned, how were the towns planned, what was their economic life. And now in today's session, we'll be trying to understand what was their social life, what arts did they pursue, what were their burial methods, and so on, and in today's class. So let us get into the video now. Now, when we talk about the social life of Harappan people, they used two pieces of cloths, one as an upper garment, two the lower garment, and beads were worn by both men and women. Men and women they wore beads, and jewelries like bangles, bracelets, earrings, anklets. These jewelries were worn by women, and they were made of gold, silver, copper, bronze, and semi-precious stones. Now, this is how the very important specific point which we can talk is we can observe that they used cosmetics too. Harappan civilization people used cosmetics too, and the household articles included pottery. That was the common thing. Pottery, they used stones, they used shells, they used ivory, and also they used metals for household articles, and these were found in Mohenjo-daro. Okay, archaeologists have found these in Mohenjo-daro, the site of Harappan civilization. And needles or spindles or combs or fish hooks or knives, all these things were made of copper. And the people used to practice fishing, and that was their regular occupation, whereas bullfighting and hunting was their pastimes. So what we have learned that the people used to have two pieces of cloth, one the upper garment, two the lower garment, and beads were worn by both men and women, and jewelry of all types was made of gold, copper, silver, semi-precious stones, and bronze, and that was worn by women. They used cosmetics, okay, and household articles were involved. I mean, household articles were made of metals. They used ivory, they used pottery, and stones and shells, and these were observed at Mohenjo-daro, right? And the regular occupation was fishing, and pastimes were hunting and also bullfighting. And in case of wars, what were the weapons they used? They used axes, spearheads, daggers, bones, and arrows. So these were the weapons which they used for war, in case of war. And these were made of copper and bronze. Okay. Just remember, the Chalcolithic culture can be observed in Harappan civilization. We talked about this line, right? Chalcolithic culture is nothing but copper bronze age. So we can mention that many of the items made in Harappan civilization involved copper and bronze. So we can remember it like that. Okay. So this is all about the social life of the people of Harappan civilization. So now talking about arts. Harappan civilization, or the people of Harappans, can be considered to be great artists. Their workmanship was extremely beautiful. We can see that the figures of men, women, birds, and animals were carved out of terracotta. And also we can see there were many seal carvings, mostly of animals, and this shows that proficiency at work. There was a dancing girl sculpture which was obtained from Mohenjo-daro, and this dancing girl sculpture was extremely beautiful, and it was carved so perfectly. Here in dancing girl sculpture, one hand of the dancing girl will rest on the hip, and the other one with bangles will be hanging loosely in relaxed position. That was one thing which our archaeologists have found. Also, there are two stone statues from Harappa. One which is representing the back view of a man, and the other one was a dancer. Even that, those were great specimens of their sculpture. The pots and jars of pottery. The pots and jars were painted with various designs and colors, and the painted pottery was of very better quality. The pots and jars were painted with different colors and designs, and the painted pottery was of very better quality. On some pottery pieces, we can find fish and peacock figures. On some pottery pieces, we can find fish and peacock figures. And some pictorial motifs consisted of some geometrical lines, circles, squares, leaves, plants, and trees. Okay, so this was the arts or the art of Harappan civilization. Our archaeologists have excavated around 2000 seals, all of animal pictures. Okay, so this is it about arts of Harappan civilization. What we have understood that the workmanship of Harappan civilization was extremely beautiful. We have seen there are many sculptures made of men, women, birds, and animals out of terracotta. There were carvings on seals, and we can see there was a special sculpture of a dancing girl, and that dancing girl sculpture was found at Mohenjo-daro. There was pottery which was painted with beautiful designs and colors, and some pottery was having fish and peacock figures on it. Okay, and some pictorial motifs, it consisted of geometrical lines, circles, and different shapes, okay, of leaves, plants, and trees. This is it about arts of Harappan civilization. Now talking about Harappan script. Harappan script is still to be deciphered. So they have observed around 400 to 600 signs. 400 to 600 signs, out of which 40 to 60 are the basic signs, and remaining are the variants of this basic signs. Okay, and what we can observe is they used to write from right to left. So the arrangement of these signs were from right to left. And also this they used this Boustrophedon method. Harappans used this Boustrophedon method. What is Boustrophedon method? It means reverse writing in alternative lines. They used to write the sentences in reverse direction and in alternative lines. If there are 4 lines, the first line, second line, third line, and fourth line, let us say, suppose first line is written from right to left, the second line will be written in third line, and the third line will be written in second line. So this is how they used to do this reverse writing method, which is called as Boustrophedon method. And this Parpola and a Scandinavian colleague, this person has mentioned or has identified the script of Harappans to be Dravidian language. He has identified it to be a Dravidian language, and many scholars accepted it. But later, the other scholars have considered script of Harappan to be Brahmi language. So there are 2 different language identifications here in Harappan civilization. One was Dravidian language. Some scholars considered it Dravidian language. Some scholars considered it to be Brahmi language. And in case if these seals were deciphered in the later days, in the present days, we can find much things about the culture of Harappan civilization. So it is yet to be deciphered, and once we find the complete decipherment, or once we try to understand a few things about the script, we can understand many things about the culture of Harappan civilization. So this we can talk about the script of Harappan civilization. We'll talk about the religion of Harappan civilization. So we can observe that the chief male deity or chief male god was Pasupati. From the seals or from the terracotta figurines or from copper tablets, we can observe that the chief male god was Pashupati, and this was deciphered. I mean, this Pashupati picture was deciphered on the seal. It was like this. The Pasupati picture was in yogic posture. Okay, it had 3 faces, 2 horns, and it was surrounded by 4 animals: elephant, tiger, rhino, and buffalo. On the feet of Pashupati, there were 2 deer. This was the picture of Pashupati on the seals. And the female god was Mother Goddess. They also worshipped trees and animals. Later stages, they started worshipping Linga, another form of Lord Shiva. Okay. Plus, Harappans used to believe devils, and they used to believe evil forces also. And to protect against devils and evil forces, they used amulets on their hands or on their legs. This is it about the religion of Harappan civilization. Now we will talk about the burial methods of Harappan civilization. The burial practices of Harappan civilization can be observed by the cemeteries which were discovered at Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, Kalibangan, Lothal, and Rupar sites. Okay, so generally at Mohenjo-daro, a complete burial or post-cremation burial was observed. Complete burial is nothing but the body was completely buried under the ground. And post-cremation burial is nothing but body is first cremated, and then its parts, that means its bones and ashes, are buried underground. This was observed at Mohenjo-daro. And next, at Lothal and Rupar, we can observe that the burial pits were covered with mud bricks. That means mud bricks were arranged, and in that mud bricks, the bodies were buried. Simply, mud bricks were made in such a way that they form coffins or box type. Okay. In Harappa, wooden coffins were observed. In Lothal and Rupar, we can see that the coffins were made of burnt bricks. In Harappa, wooden coffins were observed. In some places of Lothal, we can see that pot burials were also taking place with 2 skeletons in it. Pot burials. They have excavated pot burials in which 2 skeletons were there. But we cannot say that the practice of sati was there during Harappan civilization. So, practice of sati is nothing but if a husband dies, even the wife also will die along with the husband. That was practice of sati, but that was not evident during the Harappan period. So this is the burial methods of Harappan civilization. And now, as we have seen everything like economic life, social life, their arts, their script, their burial methods, their religion, let us see why we do not have Harappan civilization right now. How it got declined. What actually happened to Harappan civilization? So now when we talk about the decline of Harappan civilization, there is no particular one view about the decline of Harappan civilization. There are many theories according to the scholars. The first theory which we can say is the Harappan civilization was, underwent through different natural calamities like earthquakes, floods, drying up of rivers, famine. And also there might be a reason that due to excessive exploitation of the land, the fertility of the soil also decreased, because of which there was no crop production, and because of that people might have died. The complete group was extincted. This was one theory. Another theory was mentioned by other scholars, that this place was invaded by Aryans, especially from Central Asia. Okay, from Central Asia, Aryans is nothing but the people who are coming from foreign on horses with different road transports. So the people, of Harappan civilization, they were invaded by Aryans, and Aryans used to have special weapons with them, high-ended equipment with them, and with that they might have killed everyone, and they have occupied the region. That was one theory, and this is proved by a number of hurdles of skeletons found at the place of Mohenjo-daro. Okay, so there might be many things. So Aryans entered India. This can be mentioned. Aryans entered India by the end of Harappan civilization, and finally they have declined. The Harappan civilization was declined, and now the foreign rule started in India. So this is all about Harappan civilization. And now what happens when the foreigners entered, Aryans entered into India? Now comes the Vedic age. So we will be learning about the Vedic age in our next class. Hope you understood the session. In case if you have any doubts, you can post them in the comments and I'll try to answer them in my next video. And we'll try to make out the previous year questions series, and we'll try to find out answers or try to cover things which we have not covered in this sessions. Thank you so much. If you like this session, please like, share and subscribe. Also press the bell icon. Keep revising. Thank you.